It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Cleveland Browns and the Tennessee Titans. And it's all up next.
It's the building that was opened the year the franchise became known as the Titans. Welcome to Nissan Stadium in Nashville, Tennessee. Alongside my partner, Brock Heward, I'm Cade Scott, and this is a matchup, Brock, and we may see many, many times in the future of this league. A couple of rookie starters leading their offenses at quarterback.
And that really does make it a measuring stick game for both of them, Kate. Rookie quarterbacks in the draft, they're always linked to each other. From the moment they're tabbed the starters in their first season, and then when you get to look across and you get to play one, you know that both of them want to be the one who leads their guys to a win, because that's a victory that will be talked about both for the rest of the rookie season and beyond.
Justin Hopkins out, ready to send this away. And away we go from Nashville. Julius Chestnut to return. Return's looking good so far. And it's a nice return here. They'll tackle him shy of the 35. So the Titans ready for their opening drive of the game. Leading him out, someone in his first NFL season. Their rookie starter from Miami.
It's always fun, puts a smile on my face when I see a rookie leading an offense out. A lot of them look like 10-year vets with confidence and poise in the middle of that huddle, in the middle of their teammates. But let's watch his first couple throws. That's where sometimes you could see some of those nerves slipping through.
So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Slot man in motion right. They'll start this one on the ground with Pollard. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Looking for a throw here. Short pass caught by his tight end. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. He's going to throw this one. Has the connection to Ridley. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Throwing with a blitz on the way. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete. Intended target was Calvin Ridley. And it's going to be 2nd down.
You know, in the NFL, offensive-minded teams will call it a perfect Friday. They don't want the ball to hit the ground once. And especially on these short to intermediate throws, you got to count on those being efficient and effective.
They give on 2nd to Pollard. And they take him down right along the 30. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the 1st.
To play running back in this league, well, you've got to have tremendous vision. We saw it twice. Once to find the lane upfield, and then to get to space and break off some extra yards.
Play action on 1st down. Cut by Lockett. And he breaks even, but that's it. Brought down at that line of scrimmage. Greg Newsome bringing that play to an end.
You know, I've learned over the years, defensively, they call that the camera club. How many different guys can get rallying to the football? So that last shot you see on camera, you see as many defenders keeping that to a 0-yard gain. That's well done defensively.
He'll get this to Jefferson. And they're going to touch him down after a short pickup.
It takes a certain level of fearlessness, craziness to work over the middle of the field in this league. You're fighting through guys as you go, and all the while you know you could take a lick at any time.
So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9. He'll throw it. Completed to Lockett. And a nice game here, but it stopped short of the first.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Takes the snap, 4th and inches. And it falls incomplete. And that play doesn't get it done. We've got a turnover on downs.
I think this defense was resigned to giving up 3 points on the opening series. Instead, well, they got the chance to deny them anything. And boy, did they ever attack it.
So here come the Browns on offense, readying for their opening drive. And amidst the veterans, it's this rookie quarterback leading them out.
Okay, when I watch these rookie quarterbacks running out to open a game, I think of the old World Series great pitcher Cliff Lee. And he made a one-handed play in the World Series and was asked about it afterwards. They said, man, how do you have so much poise? You didn't even look nervous on that stage. And he said, sometimes you got to fake it till you make it. You got to tell yourself you'll be just fine. And these rookie QBs, that's part of the learning curve they're climbing.
And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
All right, here we go, 2nd down. Now they'll throw out of the gun. Here's pressure, and he is dropped by the Titans. And that pushes him back, 3rd down coming up.
Normally, when we say somebody's on skates, we're talking about that offensive lineman, right? Driven right back to the quarterback. But I think it's applicable for the entire offense to be on skates. 2 plays, 2 negative plays. Got to find something positive here on 3rd down.
Not a good spot to punt from. They really want to convert here on 3rd. They'll throw it. That one complete to Njoku. And they're able to drag him down as he reaches the 15-yard line.
Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the 4th down? It took a great defensive effort to do it.
Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. And little to nothing on that return as the coverage team gets to him. 65 yards on the punt there. And the Titans will get set to take over. They're set up at the 35 now. They'll throw on 1st. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
2nd and 10 now. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and he couldn't do it.
So that connection for a first will bring us to the end of the first. Hopefully no shortage of excitement coming up in the 2nd. More from Nissan Stadium coming up after the break. We're ready to go with the second quarter, and it's Titans football. They've got a first to begin the fray. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's got it up to midfield and into Browns territory.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes second and third down a whole lot easier to manage.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Man in motion, out of the slot. Up the middle, here goes Pollard. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
What was supposed to move the chains, or at least make third down easier to handle instead? Well, did the exact opposite here, Kate. It now makes this third down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. They'll try and throw it here. That's caught for the first. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of third downs just like that.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Now it's a bootleg for him. And that's incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. 2nd down.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Pass play coming here. That's going to be caught. Tony Pollard.
You know, Kate, it is so nice to have a running back that can catch it too. And a pass catcher that is so good in a select package of plays just like that through the air. That screen is devastating to a defense when you got a runner that can catch it like that.
This drive in jeopardy. Here's a 3rd and 10. They send the tight end in motion left. Throw on 3rd down. Left side cut by Ridley. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. To hit a curl route of that length, it takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
It'll be a field goal try from Joey Sly. This is a 42-yard look from the left hash. Up and good from Joseph. And they're on the board.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
All set for the kickoff. Sly with the honors. Here's DeAndre Carter with the return. The return manages to get just beyond the 30. Second drive coming up for this Cleveland offense. And coming off our first points of the ball game, they're going to take over now trailing 3-zip. They've got first down from the 31. Ford straight ahead. And he'll knife his way through for a pickup of 4.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game. Right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage. B, it sets up your play action. And C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Staying on the ground with Ford. Cuts it to the right sideline. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That's going to pick up the first down after a gain of 26.
I'll tell you what, Kay, one of the things I'm most proud of coming out of broadcast are my O-line buddies that will hit me up during the game and say thank you. Thank you for finally showing some love and giving some light to what those big boys are doing up front. I got to play with some of the best to do it. I got to see it up close and personal because of it.
And the Titans rush brings him down. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
And right there's the danger, Kate, when you put the ball in the air. How many times do we see these coordinators, when you get a nice run, right, you gain some steam on the ground, you stick with the ground game. They don't. They call the pass, and the defense reacts, and reacts well with a sack.
This defensive battle has reached the 2-minute warning. It's the Browns in a very tough spot on 2nd and long. Trying again following the sack. Throw reeled in by Njoku. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight ends short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Browns fighting the clock now, trying to hurry back to that line. Here he is on 3rd and long. That's Tillman. He's got it. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Cleveland. The Browns get some late points and the lead. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period, yeah. End of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
On comes Dustin Hopkins to try the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Browns take a 4-point lead. Hopkins has it on the tee and is ready to send it flying. Here's Chestnut on the return. Oh, he's showing some burst on this return. This return makes it up to the 37 as he's tackled. So the Tennessee offense headed out for another series. And the last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. Good starting field position for the Titans. They've got it, 1st and 10. Back now, pressure on its way. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete. Tried getting it to Calvin Ridley. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Back to throw. Short pass brought in. Decent gain here, but short of the 1st. Now we get a timeout taken by the Titans. That's their 1st. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call's going to be on 3rd down. Back to throw. Complete beyond the marker. And he's tackled with a 1st down yardage.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve. Some call it automatic. But it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
Titans in the hurry up, trying to get this play off fast. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. They are throwing it again. Has his man, it's Ridley. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. Timeout taken by the offense, their second. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. Third and a lone yard coming up. Setting up a throw. And they get to him way behind the line on this one and take him down. The Browns take the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Now on 4th down, one of the greats, Johnny Hecker, out to punt this away. And he calls for the fair catch, and he's got it at the 14-yard line. So no return on that punt. And the Browns will go on offense. Just over 30 seconds left in the half as they come to the line. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up second down.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. He's dropping back to throw. Got him in. It's Njoku. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, just find a way to get him the ball.
So that's halftime here in this one. The Browns on the road, but currently in front. Now it's down to Florida, where Jonathan Coachman is standing by in Orlando for the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Back to you and Brock in a bit. But first, time for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both these teams making their way out of the tunnel, and we're ready for the second half. And for the call, we send it back to Kate Scott and the other blonde bomber, Brock Hewer.
All right, thank you, Coach, and we are back and about set to begin the second half. All set for the kickoff. Sly with the honors. His return starts at the 5. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Cleveland offense headed out for this first series of the second half. And it has been all about these defenses so far, Brock. Even into the second half, we're still waiting for one of these offenses to take charge.
Yeah, what you're feeling, these defenses are making every yard tough, every first down tough, every series tough. And offensively, yeah, it's time to toughen up, and maybe more importantly, sharpen up.
Handoff running left, forward. And they'll bottle this up after a 4-yard gain. Xavier Woods up to make the tackle. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 6.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, that's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule, that kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
2nd and 6 now. That's going to be caught by Carter. And he's brought down after a short gain.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Called in by Njoku, left side. And he's out of bounds just past, looks like, the 40-yard line. Call it 7 yards on the play, and that's enough for the first down.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your third downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
1st and 10 from the 41. From the gun, it's Ford. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Another one for Ford. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Give him about 3 yards, and now they're going to have 3rd and 5 to figure out. Pass play now. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through to back them up ahead of 4th down.
Now that is exactly how you drew it up at halftime defensively. Make a big play. On that money down, you got to cash in on 3rd downs. They're going to be huge in the 2nd half. Make sure you get yourself off the field in short order, which they did. And now you give some momentum to your offense when they get the ball back.
The Browns are lining up to punt. And he wants to hit his 2nd effort just as well as he hit his 1st. He broke 50 on his 1st punt and looks to have done the same here. And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. It's a 61-yard punt that time. And the Titans will have plenty of work to do on their next drive. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Okonkwo brings it in. Space pass to 35. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. That one goes for 25 yards. And the Titans will have a 1st down.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after it.
And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
That's the kind of run that shows he's trying to take some stress off the passing game to provide big plays. What a great help to that side of an offense when the ground game can deliver chunk plays too.
Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. He's got it on the bootleg. Pass caught by Ridley. It's a 23-yard pickup on the play. And that'll be a Tennessee 1st down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. They're going play action. Brought in close to the 8. And they find set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Pollard hits the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. The Titans grab the lead on their first series of the half. Tony Pollard with the touchdown. So that, Brock, an important score here as they move out in front.
This is the time of the game where your legs just get a little bit tired. But that was a determined-looking drive right there. They were not going to be denied, and they're able to score and take the lead.
Joey Sly on for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Titans push their lead to 3. All set for the kickoff. Sly with the honors. To return, Jerome Ford. And this drive will start inside the 25. Cleveland's offense all set to take over. And they have tried on occasion to ramp up their passing game, but just nothing has worked with consistency yet, Brock. Might be why they trail near the end of this third quarter.
You sure love teams who excel on the ground, right? You love a physical game of football who can hammer at the opponent. But in today's NFL, it's just impossible to win if you don't have a passing component that's balancing it out.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun. Catch made by Carter. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that gives the Browns a 1st.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
3 quarters in the books from this one. It's the Browns football. They're down, but not out on the scoreboard. First down, ball at the 36. A give up the middle to Ford. And he only manages one. Couple of defenders there to bring him down.
The one thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Ford running to the right. And that carry gets him up to the 44 on a solid gain. Call it a gain of 6, and they need only 2 now on 3rd down.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Here's a throw. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
You know, Kate, my years in Indianapolis with Peyton, he'd love to know the tendencies of a defense. In 3rd and short, more often than not, all across the league, you get man-to-man coverage. It really is a good time to throw. Unfortunately, couldn't execute that pass, and a 4th down instead.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. And there was nobody down there to get it. Punt hit at the 7, but continues on into the end zone for a touchback. So now here comes the Titans on offense. And after watching their passing attack take them the length of the field last drive, Brock, I expect we're probably going to see a heavy dose of the aerial attack again here. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Looking to the air here. That one's caught along the left sideline. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
All set up for an insurance score here. It's 1st and goal. They give to Pollard from the gun. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
2nd and goal coming up, 5 yards to the end zone. Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. The Titans make it a 9-point advantage. They were throwing for it there, and they didn't care who knew about it, Brock. And it turns out, hey, nothing was going to stop them either.
Yeah, there's something about an empty formation. You are declaring to a defense, other than QB draw, this ball is going to be in the air. But at the same time, you also force the defense's hand. There's only so many coverages they can play, and they just exposed them.
Here's Slide to try the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Titans make it a 10-point ball game. All set for the kickoff. Sly with the honors. Here's Ford on the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Cleveland offense back out and getting set for the drive. And this game might be going better if he could have some more time just to work back there. This pass rush has been all over them. Really keeps taking this offense out of any grooves that they've managed to get into.
Okay, I like to say in life there's energy givers and there's energy vampires.
Yeah.
And for this defense, these sacks right here, they're such energy givers. And, man, it's like a vampire sucking the juice out of an offense.
Yeah, I love that. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Throwing it to start this drive. Makes the connection. Here's Jerome Ford. They get 13 on the pickup. And that's good for a Cleveland 1st down.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident the screen would get them enough yards for the first, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
1st down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Trying to throw here out of the gun. That'll be complete to Ford. And he'll get it up to the 44.
Translatable skills, that's what you call it. So effective as a runner, but those same traits that make him a great runner, adept at getting those yards, well, he translates it now as a receiver in the open field.
Moving quickly, trying to get set again. From the 44 here on 2nd down. That one complete to Njoku. And he'll be brought down after getting it to the 47-yard line. That's a pickup of 9. And that gives the Browns a 1st.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
They'll throw it again. An alert play defensively there. He got a hand on it to tip it away, and that makes it 2nd down.
Well, that throw, Kate, pretty clean out of his hand. Just looked like it didn't get through the defense clean enough. Somebody tips it away and saves a potential completion.
Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. Throwing it again here. Throw reeled in by Njoku. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
Offense up to the line fast. Still sticking with the passing game. This finds Carter complete. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They got 24 yards on the play. And that's good for a Cleveland first down. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. From the red zone now. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be second down. He'll throw it yet again. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. L'Jarius Sneed with the INT.
Well, that's it right there. That's the resilience and the mental toughness that every coach wants to see from his defense. Not a great spot for him. Backed up close enough that they're going to get shots taken in the end zone. But instead of collapsing under pressure, they rose up and they created the takeaway.
The Titans and receiver Calvin Ridley back out again on offense. And as that defense comes off the field clean, making the stop, Brock, they've got to feel that they're just moments away from this victory.
Yeah, the odds would tell you that. Certainly a two-possession lead this late ought to do it, but crazy things happen in this league every week. So don't go taking that jersey off until your offense hopefully runs out the clock.
First and 10, it's Pollard. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. The defense calls a timeout. That's their first. And they are quite frustrated having to call that after giving up the first. A new set of downs awaits them. Here's first and 10. Right back to Pollard. And not a lot of room for him as he's brought down. Timeout taken by the defense. Their second. As they'll meet and decide what to do on this second down. Again, a run with Pollard. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. The defense takes its third and final timeout. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call is going to be on third down. Trying the inside handoff to Pollard. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I don't know what it is, Kate, but I love third down runs. I really do. I know the receivers don't always like it because money down, they want the ball. But a third down run for a first down can be so demoralizing to that defense.
Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on first down. Lined up in victory formation, and the Titans take a knee.
This is situational football at its best. There's still some time left to bleed off the clock, but the really important thing here is you've got to bleed every second of that clock that you can.
Lining up to take a knee on second down. With the win in hand, they'll take the knee and let this clock run out.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
So here in Nashville, the Titans come away with the win. And it's not quite a full game shutout, Brock, but keeping that other side off the board in the second half, that sure went a long way towards securing them this win. Made things a lot easier for everyone else to operate in the closing stages of the game. And with Brock Heward and our EA Sports crew, I'm Kate Scott saying so long from this one. The Titans are your winners as we say goodbye from Nashville.